Everything you were taught about who invented money is wrong. It wasn't Greece, it wasn't Rome, it wasn't even Egypt. Money was invented in a swamp 5,000 years ago in southern Iraq by farmers who had too much barley and no way to prove who owed who what. Here's the real timeline. No myth, just the answer. The first money wasn't coin, it was debt. In the Sumerian city of Uruk, farmers stored grain in temple warehouses. To track who deposited what and who owed what, scribes pressed marks into wet clay tablets. A fixed amount of barley or silver became the unit everyone measured against, even though no coin ever changed hands. That's the real birth of money. A shared system for tracking value, thousands of years before Greece existed. Coins weren't Greek either. They came from Lydia, a kingdom in what is now western Turkey. Around 600 BCE, Lydian rulers minted standardized coins from electrum, a natural gold-silver mix. Each coin had a fixed weight and a stamped image, guaranteeing its value without needing to weigh it every time. Greece copied this system after trading with Lydia, not the other way around. China was already using cowrie shells as currency as early as 10,000 BCE, later replaced by bronze and copper coins strung together through a center hole. China's biggest contribution came later. During the Tang and Song dynasties, roughly the 7th to 11th centuries, merchants and the state issued paper notes backed by metal reserves, the first true paper currency in the world. Europe wouldn't adopt paper money for another 600 to 700 years. Long before European colonization, cowrie shells were already functioning as real currency across West Africa, used to pay for goods, labor, and taxes. They became so embedded in trade that they were absorbed into the trans-Saharan and Atlantic trade networks, circulating alongside gold and salt for centuries. In the Aztec and Maya world, cacao beans were used as actual money, paying taxes, buying goods at market, even with set exchange rates, like a fixed number of beans for a turkey. Money didn't have to be metal, it just had to be scarce, tradable, and trusted. Rome didn't invent coinage. Rome scaled it. The denarius circulated uniformly across an entire empire, Britain to North Africa to the Middle East, backed by the power to enforce its value everywhere. Rome's real contribution was proving a single currency could hold value across thousands of miles. Egypt, meanwhile, ran on a barter and grain-based economy for most of its history, only adopting coinage after Alexander the Great's conquest brought Greek-style currency into the region. Paper money finally reached Europe around the 17th century. Through Swedish and Dutch banks, roughly 700 years after China. Alongside it came modern banking, loans, interest, money as a written promise rather than a physical object. For most of the 19th and early 20th centuries, currencies were tied to gold. That ended in 1971, when the United States cut the dollar's direct link to gold. From then on, money was backed by trust alone, not metal. That shift from physical object to pure trust-based information set up what came next. In 2009, Bitcoin introduced a currency with no government and no physical form, just a shared digital ledger verified by a global network instead of a king or a central bank. It's the same idea Sumerian scribes had with clay tablets 5,000 years ago, a trusted record of who owns what. The material changed, the idea never did.